Today's May 15, 2024. My name is Rob Carr of Kalamazoo Right to Life. This is Pro-Life Week. Well, only one thing today. It's going to be a short program. But last time I did tell you that on Tuesday, a federal judge in Washington was going to sentence the first batch of these 9 pro-life activists who had the audacity to stage a rescue of sorts at an abortion clinic in Washington, D.C. back in 2020. And the Biden Justice Department is, threw the book at them, charging them with violating the FACE Act. So here we have 4 people who have been sentenced. And the leader of this group of 9, her name was Lauren Handy. She received, but before I tell you what she received, remember, the FACE Act violation could result in a sentence of 11 years in prison. So all 9 individuals were facing 11 years in prison. So, like I said last time, compare that to the George Floyd riots in Minneapolis or in Portland. In Portland, they took over part of the city, or maybe that was Seattle, but there was a federal building that was torched on the West Coast. Were those people given long prison terms? I don't think so. You know, there were a lot of things going on that happened in 2020, and a lot of vandalism and property destruction, and federal buildings damaged or torched. And were these people given 11 years in prison? I don't think so. Okay, so all these pro-lifers could be getting 11 years in prison. So Lauren Handy, she was the leader of this rescue. She received 57 months in prison, which is 4 years and 9 months. So a little less than half of what she could receive. Now, I am not saying that these sentences are less and we should be cheering, yeah, they could have got a larger sentence. I'm not saying that, because 4 years and 9 months in prison for sitting down and praying and singing a song does not warrant 57 months in federal prison. But that's what she received. Jonathan Darnell received 34 months in prison, 2 years and 10 months. Here again, a ridiculously harsh sentence. True, not 11 years, but still for sitting down and praying and singing a song and maybe blocking an entrance for 1 hour. 34 months in prison. Herb Garrity, 27 months in prison for the same charge. And the last one, John Hinshaw, received 21 months in prison. And Mr. Hinshaw had actually filmed the rescue, and he wanted to use it in the trial as evidence of what they did, or really what they didn't do. And the judge would not permit his video to be entered as evidence in his trial, or in their trial. So, the Lauren Handy's attorney said that 57 months is a miscarriage of justice, plain and simple. And I'm going to look at a few more quotes of condemnation after this ruling. Quote, "Today's outrageous 57-month sentence for a progressive pro-life activist is a stark reminder Biden's DOJ, Department of Justice, is fully weaponized against pro-life American citizens, and they're using the FACE Act to do it," said Congressman Chip Roy of Texas in a statement. Quote, "House Republicans should defund the DOJ weaponization, repeal the FACE Act, and stand up for the freedoms that we campaign on," unquote. Okay. Caroline Smith, executive director of the progressive anti-abortion uprising. So when I say progressive, this is not a conservative group that helped stage this. A lot of these people are quite liberal in certain areas, but they are very militantly pro-life. So Caroline Smith, executive director of Progressive Anti-Abortion Uprising, said, quote, "The abortion industry wants to scare, intimidate, fearmonger, and isolate us. But what they don't know is we have a radical hope that goes beyond the concrete walls of both prisons and abortuaries. I believe the oppression that the DOJ is expressing right now will absolutely backfire on them in the near future. Oppression always backfires, especially when your motivation is blood money. Abortion is murder, and fetuses are people, and nothing will stop rescue," unquote. And that, I'll stop there with the quotes, but you get a flavor for the criticisms of the federal judge's sentence of 57 months for the later Lauren Handy and 34 months for Jonathan Darnell, the longest, the harshest sentences in this case. And we will probably hear of the next 5 sentences by the end of this week. And it is a tragedy, it's a travesty that if you commit other kinds of crimes that are politically motivated crimes, you will get a slap on the wrist. But if you stand up for the right to life of innocent babies, and you're willing to get arrested for that, they will throw the book at you. And we just saw that today, or yesterday, 57 months in prison for 1 hour's worth of righteous living, praying, singing a song, and sitting down on the floor inside an abortion clinic. With that, I'll let you go. I'll see you next time.